And don't be the guy that doesn't want to do push-ups, man, because you're gonna get everybody else fucked up. And when you go to sleep, man, see, a lot of people just want to talk about, prison and what can happen to you. And hey, man, you get your platoon fucked up enough in basic, man, the platoon's gonna come see you, man.
Advice from Jay.
Hey guys, advice from Jay here, man. If you're new here, hit that like button, man. If you're returning, welcome back. If you like audiobooks, I got 10 chapters now in my audiobook. Check out the Patreon, man. Link will be in the description. Today's video, man. Lessons that I've learned while I was in the army, man. When I think back to those times, excuse me, they were difficult days, positive days, semi days, days, But all in all, I learned a lot of lessons, man, in the Corps. So, I'll just begin from the beginning and you'll talk about lessons from there. I remember taking the first steps before I even joined, having to physically get myself fit. Yeah, man. See, before, you go to basic, man, you want to have some, physical conditioning already, man. You got to be running miles, man. Yeah, not 10 miles, not 50, baby numbers, man. You're going to be running a lot of miles, man. And you're going to take a lot of physical conditioning tests, physical fitness tests. But I remember the first steps taken to join and actually read over a contract and sign and understand that, my life is about to completely change for maybe the better or worse once I make this decision. See, I thought the worst because in my mind, the unknown, man. What if they just, draft me? Or what if they just, fly me up there in a plane and then it don't work? Or I had all kinds of thoughts, man. But it turned out completely different from what I thought, man. I remember getting into, all the stuff, hotel, they feed you one last good time, get the steak in the morning, maybe some pizza, whatever, for lunch, just some, good quality food. And then you start to realize, that's my last day at this hotel enjoying this civilian life. And you start thinking about your life. That's when I first thought about like a big decision that I made, And once we took off to the plane, I was in a whole nother state. Welcome to Georgia. And I remember going to the processing station, MEPS for you vets, man, military entrance process station. But see, this was not what I remember. It was old 30th AG, excuse me, reception battalion. I thought when you go to military training, you immediately go to basic, fly after you're gone. Nah. Gotta issue you, man. Gotta train you real quick. Weed people out real quick. See who can stay up the fire guard for a couple hours. Weed out the tired people. We don't want no weak people, man. We need strong people. But some life lessons that I learned from that quick experience, I wasn't in Kansas anymore. I made a big decision and now I have to follow through with that decision. There's no turning back. So I knew when I hit that moment in life, that was my first time teaching myself some decisions you make, you can't turn back right away. But this was a big decision, so I knew it would be better for me in the long run, but I didn't know how I was going to make it at the end. And that's life, man. You take choices. It taught me to take chances. Take a risk because it could be for the better. It was for the better. But anyway, I remember, after all that, you get to basic and you find out who you really are when you get there. you know, I remember some people running off the bus, out of breath already, didn't even get to the fucking formation. I remember some dude was told to start jumping jacks in place, after about, 6, 7, drop, passed out, heat casualty, threw on some cold blankets on his ass, splashed some water, sip on that. Let's get the nurse here. But what you notice when that dude dropped, no other soldiers went to get down there and help him, right? See, this is what actually happened. This is what, when I tell you people, sometimes you see things that you gotta ignore. It's not your business. You gotta let somebody else handle it because that's their job. But you gotta see it. These individuals, certain amount of individuals actually in basic are all passed on the floor, and you just keep doing your workout. You don't look at them, man. You keep doing your workout. Because, see, once drill sergeant comes to you next, and you're maybe not physically capable of performing over amount or exertion of, physical activity, you might be a casualty, man. Yeah. Stick the old thermometer up, old friend, you know. Yeah, man. But what I learned in that lesson is sometimes there's some things you just can't do, man. You know. And the only time they were allowed to help is when the drill sergeant said, go get the heat casualty shit, run over there and go get it. And, they show you how to take care of a heat casualty. Live examples in front of you. Basically, I'm telling you guys this lesson, life lessons I learned from that, where you must be prepared, man. You got to be prepared for decisions you make, man. Sometimes you can't be prepared for all the decisions you make, but you can at least try to get ready. And I did get ready. I used to run all the time, race people on the street, up and down. I would, do a bunch of push-ups. See, me growing up, it was cool doing push-ups. You could do a bunch of push-ups, man. The girls like you, man. You may not even look that great, and if you can do them push-ups, you show that strength, man. It's different now. I remember after that crazy day, the shark attack, that's what they call it. If you guys want to know about that shark attack in a separate video, let me know. I'm just going on a rant throughout the career kind of thing. But, after the basic and stuff, when actually, let me say one more thing about basic. I should tell you guys another thing about planning and preparing for life. I remember our drill sergeant, he never really wanted to teach us nothing, man. He was always pissed off. We never could be ready on. We always fucked up. So, coming with fucking up is punishment. And punishment is a lot of push-ups. I've done so many push-ups in my life, man. I couldn't even tell you it's 1,000, 2,000, probably thousands, man. Because we messed up so many times. And when you remember that punishment, that pain, that repetition, and you keep doing those push-ups, eventually you're going to stop, man. It's like an ass whooping. It sucks. And don't be the guy that doesn't want to do push-ups, man. Because you're going to get everybody else fucked up. And when you go to sleep, man, see, a lot of people just want to talk about, prison and what can happen to you. And, hey, man, you get your platoon fucked up enough in basic, man, the platoon's going to come see you, man. You might not know, but everybody else will know, and you're going to get it, man. It's going to be uncomfortable. A lot of people always talk about why I talk so much about basic. Basic was a life shocker for me. Now, my career, I feel as though it's not really necessary sometimes to talk too much about it, because there's a lot of training involved, and I don't want to tell you guys a bunch about training. I keep thinking about more stuff to think about as more stuff to express to you guys. as I think about my career. But some things I can't tell you guys some things, man. I did literally I worked for the fucking Department of Defense, man. I can't tell you guys everything, man. But I could tell you as much as I'm you know, capable of doing. But yeah, man, then in the career, I remember, I'll talk about, I won't say specific locations or, people's names, but I remember being on deployment in the Middle East, that's, you know, pretty much it. We were in that, area. Yeah, I remember being late, man. I think I was a few minutes late, and when I get to the formation, I was trying to get my shit. Oh shit, I didn't even know there was me. I wasn't even notified. But see, they don't care if you weren't notified. You find out and get notified before even notification comes, man. That's how it works in the military. You got to be on top of your game, man. They call it a high speed, man. You got to be high speed, man. You can't be playing around, especially on a deployment, man, risking your life. See, I remember, a certain individual was in a machine gun tower. You know, this individual was caught not being, aware how he should have been on his job. He was caught, lackadaisy, laying around, chilling. And, they handled him, man. Yeah, they didn't beat him up or nothing, but they decreased a sufficient amount of pay. You know, made, kept a super eye on him, always checking him every couple minutes, making sure he's doing his job. He got annoyed, man. I remember another individual, I told you guys about how you make those life changes and stuff, man. I remember another individual, he got there, we were probably, we were there for months, man. This dude, 2 weeks, maybe 3, if I want to be nice. 2-3 weeks, man, went by. This guy sitting on the transportation vehicle, all our rifles are under our feet and shit like that, man. And this dude starts talking, man, and he starts saying, specific words and things, that I can't really repeat on here, but I'll say maybe an example, talking about maybe harming younger individuals, maybe harming, troops, he was out of control. Because this individual, when we were on base, man, he literally lived, like, he got the rarest duty station on earth, man. He was like 20 minutes from his house, man. Yeah, 20 minutes. And I was about 28 hours, So when you remove an individual from that environment and the comfortability of home, you really see who people are, man. If you guys want to hear more military stories, let me know, man. I just gotta be careful with certain things I say. But yeah, man. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't be like that guy. But basically, what happened to him, man? He, he mentaled out, man. Now I get if you mental out after you come back from deployment, you got some trauma and shit like that. Like, people like me who have real trauma. People who actually put in some work. Versus an individual who claimed to have trauma because maybe the sun was too hot, or maybe he had the fear of I could die here. Well, so you signed up for, man. Don't pick infantry, man. Pick, communications, man. Supply, man. Pick the old. See, there's no janitors. There's no such thing as a janitor military career, man. You are the janitor, the low rank, man. That's another thing I learned about military service too. But what happened to that guy? Before I talk about the other part, he got kicked out, man. He didn't have no respect. You didn't even finish the deployment, man. Nobody got respect for you. You gotta go. That's how it's seen in my eyes. Some other, vets have different opinions, but that's my opinion. And it taught me that I was stronger than I thought I realized, man. Yeah, I remember some dudes crying in basic training, man, crying, man. And I was like, dang, I wasn't happening to me. Yeah. So everybody's life experience is different. But those lessons really taught me a lot, man. I got plenty more lessons, but I don't want the video to go on for like half an hour. You know. But I hope you guys enjoy this little story, man. Uh, like I said, if you want more videos about military stuff, let me know down in the comments. I hope you guys are enjoying the new year, man. Thank you for all the likes, shares, comments, love, appreciation. We're at 700 and some change subscribers, guys. Thank you. We worked hard, I worked hard. This channel, the community, you guys work hard with me. You guys don't deal with my bullshit sometimes. You guys are there for me. I'm there for you guys. This is my business. This is our business. Let's grow positivity. Let's grow more art and better shorts. I'm tired of painting on canvas, man. I want to paint on pillows and couches, and man, I got a lot of canvas ideas. But thank you guys so much for your appreciation, man. Just want to take that time out. Also, shout out to Sister Sloth. This individual has been very kind, and the words have been positive. I appreciate that. It keeps me going. We need to keep going. We need to keep each other uplifted, man. So anyway, stay motivated to do the things that you said you were going to do. Stay determined and stay out those fucking jail cells, because the same things that you would do illegally, you could do legally. So don't commit no crime. Now, what do I mean by this? If you want to be a drug dealer, well, be that person to go deal some ideas to maybe a manufacturing company, and then dish those ideas out that could possibly be that idea to maybe cure cancer or cure that arthritis, or maybe, cure that liver disease, or maybe heart disease, or whatever you manufactured, and then become a big B-boy, big billionaire boy, big M-boy, big millionaire boy. All right? If you want to smash and grab, why don't you smash on some, pottery, man. Spin the wheel, and then, grab it and create a vase or something and sell it for some big bucks, instead of smashing and grabbing on people's convenience stores and hard work for the shit that they've earned. But what do I know, right? But lastly, y'all already know, man. Hold on, y'all hear that? Man? Fucking knowledge, man. Yeah.